Thank you very much. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the 1.5 degrees report from the IPCC has changed the climate discussion profoundly. It really shows the disturbing effects of global warming and the enormous difference between 1.5 and 2 degrees. With 1.5 degrees, we risk an ice-free Arctic in the summer every 100 years. That is serious enough and disturbing enough. With 2 degrees, we risk it every 10th year. With 1.5 degrees, 2 million square kilometers less permafrost will melt. The risk of reaching critical tipping points in the global climate system will also be much lower. So we have to keep the world under 1.5 degrees. With our present commitments under the Paris Agreement, the world is heading towards a warming of 3 degrees. In the Arctic, this would mean 6 degrees or more. In Longyearbyen at Svalbard, the rise in annual mean temperatures in 1971 is already a stunning 4.8 degrees. Unabated climate change would increase the risk to societies and life support systems in many parts of the world and change the Arctic beyond recognition. The only way to reduce these risks effectively is to reduce our emissions of greenhouse gases. According to the IPCC, global emissions must be reduced by 40 to 50% the next 12 years to reach the 1.5 degree target. According to the IPCC, this will require a far-reaching transitions in land use, energy, industry, buildings, transport, and cities. All states have to increase their ambitions under the Paris Agreement by 2020. More than 40 countries have already promised to do so, including Norway. We have set our goals in a new government platform of a 45% reduction in Norway by 2030. In Norway, a climate risk commission has assessed climate-related risk factors for the Norwegian economy. According to the commission, an ambitious and effective climate policy is only and definitely the most important step in response to such risk. In the Arctic, the solutions are very much the same as everywhere else. We need to invest in low-carbon infrastructure and solutions for energy, transport, and buildings. We must use the energy smarter and more efficiently. We need the climate-smart cities and communities. And not least, we need strong policies to speed up the transition to a low-emission society. Norway is a global frontrunner when it comes to electric cars. In 2018, nearly 1 in 3 new passenger cars were zero-emission vehicles. All new passenger cars shall be zero-emission vehicles by 2025. A less-known story, at least internationally, is the electric revolution in the Norwegian car ferry sector. We expect that about a third of Norway's car ferries are electric by 2021. And now we also look at high-speed passenger boats with hydrogen or electric. There's larger and larger battery packages coming into larger and larger ships. We even have our coastal fishing fleet is starting to have their first electric boats. And we will deliver a strategy on green shipping this spring. This is the result of political will to use tax policies and public procurement for a cleaner future. We should see the necessary transition also as an opportunity. In the report, Investing in Climate, Investing in Growth, the OECD describes how countries can achieve strong and inclusive economic growth with low emissions. It would be interesting to explore how this applies to green growth in the Arctic and for cooperation on Arctic connectivity and sustainable investments. Acting on the climate crisis will require action from everybody, everywhere, starting now. A climate-smart and resilient Arctic means being part of the necessary changes. Hopefully, our discussions at Arctic Frontiers will contribute to this end. Thank you very much.